welcome everyone to the home of the USF Bulls, Tampa, Florida, and Raymond James Stadium. Well, you don't see this every day. They're lining up for an onside kick on the opening kickoff. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. So Wisconsin's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. But Jesse, it's always a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him, and I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll go with a direct snap. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Big play coming here. The last thing you want to do is squander this type of field position on the opening drive. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Badgers send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. The Bulls offense will have its first possession of the game. Gets the back moving. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Looking for room at the 25. There he goes to the right. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And the defense pounces on it, and they'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown and a nightmarish start for this offense.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll line up to go for two. Powers forward. He gets it in there for the two-point conversion, and the lead grows to 8.
On that two-point play, they went toss, trying to use his speed to the outside. Nice job blocking downfield for the conversion.
You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
Quick release on the RPO. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. He'll keep it on the sneak. And the Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. It's a draw. Past the sticks, and he may get more. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The give on the option. This time there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Badgers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Softened him up with a run, now to throw. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers. Playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Ready to try the point after. Smashes it through for the PAT. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Penn State delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense might have been the story here. LeVar Arrington, Shane Conlon, Jack Ham, There's another stud there at linebacker U. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll go to the ground. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's second and... Wants to go up top. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it up to 15. Touchdown Bulls! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. Wants to pass. Floating away. Looking to convert the 2. He will not. The defense gets to him with the sack.
South Florida.
They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's looking to pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Badgers line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And you just won't see a more effective punt than that, out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. The Bulls are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. They'll start this drive with a pass. Got a man. It's Sims. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Breaks into the open. South Florida. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2.
Pound 55 weak.
He's looking to throw.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the 1st quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
Rides the back and leaves it. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback on the keeper. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Here we go.
He'll keep it himself. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Going right to work up top. Finds his man. It's Sims. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the air.
Inside the 45. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
And the Bulls just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. To the ground, he's got it again. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. Picked up 2. On that last one, they needed. Second down. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Turning it on. Touchdown Bulls. A great catch and run for 6.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop him.
You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
Okay, ready?
They'll give it to the back. He's in open space downfield. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Picks up 3. Second down coming up.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Will we see more offensive firepower on display, or will the defenses finally find their footing? We're ready to go here in the second. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Sticks it in his belly. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Those fullbacks are grown men. Those guys are constantly hitting linebackers and blocking the whole entire game. So when you get a chance to give the big boy the ball, it's always, and you know what it is? It's a morale boost for everybody on the whole field. Everybody gets jacked up, and he finally gets to touch the football.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Trying play action. Pucks it out of the air. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's really easy to be a quarterback in an offense that runs the football and then runs play action. It makes it simple. It makes the reads easy. It sucks the linebackers and safeties up where I can just make plays right behind.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers! Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Rice fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. They're trailing by 10 to Memphis. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on it. Oh, he's got some space. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
You know, it looks like they just flip the ball and everything just magically works. You know why this toss to the left works? Because the wide receivers...
He lobs one high down the left side. It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, USF.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He's into the end zone from the 2 and extends the lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had an onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense could do. You've got to make them pay for gambling.
Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. At the 35, he's open. Racing to the right. Touchdown Bulls. How about this defense taking one back to the house? They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver getting open and making the catch, but now you got to secure the football. You know there's going to be guys coming trying to rip it free. They did it. They scooped it. They scored. That's a play he's going to learn from.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
So now it's 2nd and long. He'll do it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. The Badgers will send out the punt unit. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. All out of space. Touchdown, South Florida. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
On the option. He'll pitch it. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Looking down the middle. Complete to the right. And he'll be brought down. And the Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. The corners are walked up tight. Here comes the heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Punt is on its way. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it inside the 30. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulls.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands.
Looking, trying to escape, cannot. The sack thwarts the two-point try. They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to sling it on 2nd down. They've got the screen set up. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. There's the pressure. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll run the toss. On the move is the 30. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, USF. He can find the end zone. Now 60 career touchdown catches.
I mean, that is just silly that this guy is always finding ways to get in the end zone. Like, you know they want to take him away. He is the focal point. 60 touchdowns, you know they're going to throw it to him. Palmer keeps making plays.
And, David, throughout his career, we've seen defenses try everything to stop this guy. They've bracketed him, double coverage, man coverage, zone coverage. It doesn't matter. He's the ultimate weapon. 60 touchdown catches is so good.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And that's why you've got a lot of receivers on your hands team. Guys, the best hands on your team, so they're able to hop on there.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too... and as a result, lost yards.
Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's the handoff. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. And the Badgers will call on their punt team.
On to kick it away.
Hauls it in and looking upfield. They'll get down. stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Scrambling away. He'll pull it down and run. Got the first down. Oh, he's still got more. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing him.
He'll take a shot. Touchdown Bulls! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead.
It's nice to have a running back at the quarterback spot, a guy that can make that second play. Looks like a pass. What can he do? He turns it into a run, finds the end zone, gets a 2-point conversion.
He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
The Badgers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Reads it, fires complete. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Listen, I know that gain didn't get very much, but I love getting the tight ends involved. Get everybody involved in the offense. Make me cover the whole field. Keep everybody a little bit honest.
They'll go with a quick touch pass. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22. And the Badgers in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
At the 22-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Looking to fire. Unleashes one deep. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Well, let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Lining up for the PAT. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Rice fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. They're trailing by 13 to Memphis. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Rushes on him. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. He wants to change this route. To the air on first down. Under fire. Touchdown, South Florida. And they take 6 more points.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the second quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the second half, and the defense needs to start making adjustments.
He's in there. It's good. And how about that to end the half? Touchdown on the final play and a 2-point conversion for good measure. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Tampa.
The Badgers will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Looking to throw on first down. Holds it in on the left. Here he goes. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulls. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Caught behind the line. It's Presley. There he goes. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they've kick-started this drive with that one. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Sets up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
Motion from the back. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Longo. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
Pulls it in, it's Allen. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll send the back in motion. Trying to get the corner. Got room to work. There he goes! The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
The Bulls trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. He's going for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Now on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. Touchdown, USF! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He didn't see... and open. He said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
Okay, ready?
My philosophy on going for two is only when you have to. He'll set up to throw. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He's got the two-point conversion, and they build on that lead.
And that's what makes this guy so dynamic. Not only is he good using his legs out in the field, but down here close to the goal line, if things aren't open, he can get it in himself running it, and they do for 2 points.
After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And that is why they're called the hands team, people, on onside kicks. Great job jumping on that ball.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Wants to fire on second down. Finds a man on the left. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Banner.
Caught in the backfield. It's Presley. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Well, how about that stick at the end? Nice job sticking the big tight end, making sure he doesn't get that first job. That's how you play physical defense. That's how you make him remember those tackles and later in the game.
Got it in the middle. It's Presley. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Badgers are at the line looking to convert on third and short.
Military stunt.
They'll try to sneak it.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate touchdown, Badger! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Wisconsin, number 31, with the carry.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Right down the boulevard. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Handoff to the single running back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. And the Bulls come to the line in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Spins away from the defender. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Runs through the tackle. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. The Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls! If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Looking for the two-point try. From the gun. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They go right back to it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Badgers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short.
Here we go, here we go.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Tosses it incomplete.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
Punt is on its way. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute that.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Finds a little space. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Back open in the middle. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there. And the Bulls moving quickly to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 25. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Throws to the tight end. He's got it on the run. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot.
Sneaks it into the end zone.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish the deal with the quarterback sneak. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And everybody's got different philosophies. Some people kick onsides every single time. You go for the big play, try to create some momentum for your team, but they failed. A nice job covering the kick, seeing the football off the kicker's foot, securing it, getting on the ground, and making sure your offense retains the football.
Running into the open space. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Makes the catch. It's Presley. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Badgers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. He'll go to the sneak. We've come to the end of the quarter, and USF is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quick completion on the out. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Holding.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Now it's 1st and 20 for the offense. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. It's complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Troy overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Trojans tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. A busy day in the Sun Belt Conference, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on 1st down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field.
And the defense did everything right against that option play. They got to the quarterback. They forced him to keep it. Not only do they create the fumble, but they jump on it behind the line of scrimmage. That is just perfect option defense.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
It'll be a draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
As a defensive lineman, let me tell you something. This is hunting season. This is when you pin your ears back and you absolutely fly to the quarterback, and you can see it. They know it's pass, and they get to him again.
They boot it away on 4th down. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, they put it on the deck. The football was not riveted to their rib cage, Jesse.
Need 5 points of pressure moving forward, no doubt. And I'll tell you, they knew coming into this game that turnovers were going to be critical. They might give themselves a mulligan for that one, David, but that can't keep happening.
Yeah, but don't change who you are and what you are. Don't get gun-shy because of mistakes. I think that usually turns into more mistakes. So keep doing you, keep being aggressive.
Makes the grab on the left. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Well, I know everyone expected this guy to put up big numbers, but I don't know if anyone thought he could go for over 2,000 receiving yards on the year, but he did with that last catch. Wow.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. To the air on 1st down. He'll off one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 15. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, South Florida. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart. How fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. And a sweet catch and a nice gain gets it down to the 30-yard line. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They'll run it from the gun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Got it set up on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
The Badgers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw on 3rd. Pocket breaking down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. And they decide to trot out the kicker. One drive is already ended with a field goal. They'll try to do it again, this time a rather long one from 46 yards out. He splits the uprights. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is so dangerous. He excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They want that clock to run. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Leaves it with the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the ground with the back. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they...
Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? They go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Went with the running game on 1st down, now back at it.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know,
just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
You're... How long does that take? I got time to upgrade my players real quick. All right, now I'm gonna load up. All right, load up. Yo, my quarterback's going fucking crazy, bro. Yeah, I got the speed. So I had when the Appalachian State game, I tried to score every play. I called the same play called streaks. You know what I'm saying? But now it's just they just can't stick my. I got my running backs playing receiver, and they're just too fast. Right. I. Yeah. You know what? Jet had it for a while. Let me see. Let me go look, see how close you are. You already got him? Nah, so Gent is 27,701. And he got Gent on touchdowns though, which is crazy, bro. Gent had the touchdown record for a while. All right. Bruner has Gent in the touchdown record. He has 353, and Gent has 27,701 passing yards. So I don't know. He's probably close. You only got 4 games though. Shit. How's that possible? And you won a chip? No, you fucking lost. You were supposed to win that chip, bro. Right. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna check you guys' stats now, then I'm gonna switch over to 2K. Well, I'm gonna check your stats real quick. We just talking about stats. So career stats. Damn, why don't they just have? I don't feel like adding all this shit up. He's close though. Yeah, I am. I am. They just have them separated by year. Uh, I'm gonna just do the 1,000. I'm not gonna do the. Got you. I'm already so close, but I got you for future reference. 6.6. Yeah, I understand that. 7.716. So I gave you an extra 700 yards by accident, but you're pretty much at like 22, or you're at like 24. You're going to break. You're at 25, 400, pretty much. So, so